Hey Classic Car fans, welcome to another edition of Earl's Classic Cars, where today we're going to be working on this 2014 Ram. Yes, it's old enough to be a daily classic car at this point, a daily driver classic car, and we've got to fix a problem with our electrical plug outlet. So the issue we're trying to solve today is the electrical outlet plug here, which is original to the truck. Use this on a regular basis to plug in for charging the phones and everything, and this thing tends to ride out like this, and the next thing you know, I'm driving down the road for an hour or so and thinking my phone's charging, and it's not charging at all because all it takes is it just to go just like this, and the next thing you know, it's not charging. It needs to be tight right up against there. Well, this thing's been plugged in, unplugged over 10 years, and it just won't hold a plug anymore. So it's time to replace it with a brand new original replacement part. So I don't know if there's other options out there, you know, aftermarket parts, but I went with an OEM original replacement. It was only, I think, $45, something like that. Here is the part number. You do a search for that, and you'll be able to get the exact replacement you need. And I went ahead and I already tested this to see if it's going to solve the problem. As I showed you just a little bit ago, as you can tell, this thing is loose in here, will not stay plugged in tight, and thus we're not getting a charge for our cell phones and iPads, whatever we're using. Here is the new plug. As you can tell, this thing is tight in here, does not move at all. So we know this will help keep the plug tightly into the outlet, and that way our cell phones will get charged. So now, how do we go about getting this thing out of here? As you can tell by looking at this, it's got a plug or a connection in the bottom of it, which is underneath here. At first, I tried to look here in this access panel. This access panel does come out pretty easily, as you can tell, and you can reach right up in here and you can feel the wire that is plugged in on the bottom side of this plug. And as you can tell, the plug itself, I can hold my camera still, you can tell that that's actually wiggling when you move that wire. So how do you get it out of there? Well, that's what we're about to show you. At first, it appears you would take, we've got this little O-ring seal pick, and you would get down in here and do it. But you can tell when you start doing that, this outer casing starts to come out with it. So what you really have to do is if you look here at the replacement part, see these tangs here? There's two on this side, and there's two on this side. You've got to depress those just a little bit to loosen up the plug so it will come out. So again, kind of tested this already, and I was doing it with two hands. Now I'm trying to do it with one hand and holding the camera, and I found if you work on the underside here first, you can depress these tangs and start to get it to come out. See, it's starting to make some progress here. Now, work our way to the underside. Again, this is a lot easier, will be a lot easier for you when you're doing it, as long as you're not holding the camera like I am. Get underneath that other tang. Alright, so figured out this is just not going to work with one hand. Need two hands. So as I said, there's tangs at the top, two tangs at the top and two at the bottom. So we're going to depress these. As you can see, we're starting to get that worked out. Well, of course it goes back in there, but I found when I tried this before that if you work the tangs in the bottom first, there you go. See, the bottom is loose. I can keep my fingers underneath there. Then I can start to work these tangs off at the top. One more, there we go. Now, problem is, we still got the plug, the connection in the bottom attached to our outlet here. So we've got to do a little bit more work to make that come out. And I'm going to show you here the trick to making this come out for you. All right, so right underneath here, hopefully we can zoom you in and you can see the plug is right in here. And there's another tang on that plug that keeps it in place. And we've got to depress that at the same time and reach up underneath here and pull the plug out. There is no real good camera angles to show you the details. So again, you're going to have to just try to work in here, get this tang pushed in, and get this plug to come out. Let's see, gymnastics wise, if this is going to work. Just about get my fingers up in there. Oh, I think I broke the tang off. Yep, that would be a definite. All right, let's see if this plug will come out now. Nope, still hanging on for dear life here. There we go. Able to put some pressure on that outlet and pull that connection out and away from the plug. There you go. So there you go. I actually think what happened was, yeah, this issue right here, to kind of be careful, we broke off that one little thing in here. I didn't realize, I thought that the tang was this way, and it's actually that way. So if you reach in there and depress that, then you can push down and get this thing unplugged. So we've got it out, and we're going to get the other one plugged in. All right, here we go. Get this thing in here. See if we can reach up and pull this through. We can. Didn't realize I had that much slack to it. Anyway, it is plugged in. Slide this thing right back down in there. Well, it doesn't want to make the turn, folks, so you're going to have to get it in past that point. Kind of work it up in there. Once you get it past that point, you're going to have to do some gymnastics to kind of get that thing plugged up in there. You got to make sure you have the orientation just right. All right, let's keep the fun going here. See if we can get this figured out. I can definitely get it plugged in this way. Click. It just does not want to make that turn. Got to be able to plug it in after I get it in the socket here. Maybe, just maybe, just get it. Oh, longer fingers, folks, longer fingers. Why couldn't it be plugged in like this and go like this? No, we got to come up from the bottom. Way to get a little more room in this situation. All right, folks, figured out the best thing to do. Tried looking to see if I could take this apart at all, but it's going to end up cracking, breaking things that hold it on there, so that's not the way to go. So went ahead and got this thing plugged in the bottom, as I showed you earlier, and worked it into a way that if I go just like this, apply a little bit of pressure, make sure it's got enough room on all sides, just kind of work. There you go. Just go like this. Then I got it in there. And then, boom, it's done. So, next thing we're going to do is put all this back together. We're going to start up the truck, see if we have power, and see if that solves our problem. All right, here we go. It's going to be the test. Get the power on. Things powering up. Going to put the plug in. Look at that. Does not move. Solid, just like we need it. Fully plugged in, so we shouldn't have any problem charging our phones. There you go. You can see right there, it is charging right there. So we've got a good plug. Now we're going down the road, driving for an hour or two, thinking our phone's charging. It will actually be charging. So there you go, folks. Another easy do-it-yourself repair job to help keep your daily driver classic car, in this case, a daily driver classic truck, on the road. So if you enjoyed that video, then click here where you can watch another one of our daily driver classic car do-it-yourself videos. And just say no to new cars and keep your classic vehicles on the road. If you like these do-it-yourself videos and our other classic car videos, then like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to see more from me, Burl with an E.